and let your breath come into your practice. Very excited about today's class. Shoulders back and down, feet are nice and grounded here, and just feel around on the corners of your feet. Make sure that you're standing nice and square and even. As you let your breath smooth out, all right, and since we're nice and upright here, let's follow the breath. So one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. And then take a nice deep exhale, pressing your belly button towards your spine. Exhale through the nose. And now as you slowly inhale through the nose, observe your breath as it goes past your heart, deep into your core. And then another deep exhale. Observe your breath. It's going straight up through that energy column, out through your nose. And then it comes in past your heart, deep into your core. All right, now we're going to take the breath even deeper. So observe your body from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, the tips of your fingers, and then try and exhale from there. Get the breath up from your feet, in from your hands, from the top of your head, and exhale everything. And then as you inhale, fill all those spaces with brightness and energy. Feel how big you're getting, and one more time, exhale. Everything. And then inhale, brightness and energy. All through the body. And then just release and let everything just be comfortable. Hands by your side. Just feel nice and settled here. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so we're going to do a deepening of the breath with the arms. So turn your palms out. Keep your feet grounded. And inhale, energy up. All right, now go ahead and interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up toward the sky. Keeping your feet grounded, tilt to the left and turn your gaze up toward the right. And then come back to center and tilt to the right. Turn your gaze up toward the left. Come back to center. And as you release your hands, let your knees and hips gently bend and come into whatever sort of forward fold feels good to you right this moment. And then inhale, arms out and up, straightening everything up. Once again, interlacing the fingers, turning the palms up toward the sky. We're tilting to the left, gaze right. And up, and tilt to the right, gaze left. And up, and releasing into a very gentle forward fold. Coming back up, interlace the fingers, palms toward the sky, and one more time, tilt left, gaze right, and up, tilt right, gaze left, and up, and gentle forward fold here. Now stay here in your forward fold. Remember, it could be high, low, anywhere in between, and then just start to move around in your ragdoll. So start to look for places that are ready to move around and release as you nod your head, yes and no. Moving around, and as you come, bringing your head back to stillness, end on a yes. Yes, say yes to you, yes to your practice. Take your body to stillness, draw your hands to your legs, tuck your chin, and slowly, slowly, slowly roll up. Shoulders back and down, and come back to standing. All right, so now we'll begin our spinal series, okay? And we'll do a lot with the shoulders in this particular cat and cow series. So the feet can be slightly wider than hip width distance, the hands to the thighs, knees and hips slightly bent. Exhale. This is your cat position. And then inhale. Draw the arms up and back, elbows down as the heart shines up. And exhale forward. So remember when you do this, we're not throwing the head back. We're shining the heart up. And the head just goes along for the ride. We don't want to crunch the neck back. And just do that a couple more times. Feel your shoulders open. Yeah. Whew. Yes, and the next time your hands are to your thighs, just stay there and slowly roll up. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to do a little tilt and twist. So now we want the feet to be hip-width distance apart and firmly planted here. Left hand to the left leg, right arm up by the ear. Remember, we don't want the shoulder by the ear. So if you need to bend your elbow to keep the shoulder away, that's great too. Keeping the feet planted, tilt to the left. And then bring your left arm up as you come to center with long arms, twist to the right. Come back to center, we tilt right, keeping that left shoulder away from the ear. And up and twist to the left. And up. So when we tilt back to the left, we're thinking about taking the ribs away from the hip rather than the shoulder toward the ear. Yes, just like that. Inhale up and twist gently right. And center, and then we tilt to the right. And center, and gently twist left. And center. So now we're warmed up. We're going to hold each one a little longer. So let's tilt left here. Make sure that right foot is still grounded. The rib cage is coming away from the hips. And the left arm floats up parallel to the earth. Inhale and exhale. Reach those left fingertips away. Get nice length here. Yes. And then inhale the arms overhead. Twist to the right with long arms and stay there. Now inhale, put a little more length in your spine. So as you inhale, you're drawing up through the spine. And as you turn your gaze towards your right hand, see if your twist deepens any. On your next exhale, turn your gaze towards your left hand. And on your next exhale, turn your gaze to your right. Inhale the arms overhead, reaching ribs away from the hips, right hand down, and we tilt to the right, staying here. Now the right arm floats up, and the right fingertips press away. Inhale up, we're going to twist to the left and stay there. Inhale, put length in your spine, and as you turn your gaze towards your left fingertips, see if your twist deepens any amount. On your next exhale, turn your gaze to the right. And on your next exhale, turn your gaze back to the left. Inhale the arms overhead. From here, we're going to fold from the hip creases with a long spine. So reach, reach, reach forward. The hips are over the ankles, just halfway down here. Inhale and exhale. Feel yourself super grounded from the waist down, super light from the waist up as you draw back up, nice and easy. Inhale, exhale the hands down, and shake everything out. All right, so now we've got the spine awake. We're a little more lively here, right? And we're going to come to the top of the mat. We'll be putting the knee down. So if you need if you prefer to have a towel or a blanket or some kind of padding under your knee, go ahead and grab that. If you don't have any of that, let's say you want extra padding, you can just flip up the edge of your mat at any time. The feet are hip-width distance apart. So let's come into mountain pose and just take a moment here, feeling how the breath and energy are moving through the body. And remember that deep, deep, full body breath we took earlier. Let's exhale everything out through the nose, from the feet to the hands to the crown of the head. Empty out, and then inhale as big and deep as you can. Let that energy just flood the body and release. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, we're going to swan dive. We want the hands to the mat, so go ahead and bend your knees and your hips, whatever amount. And then take your right leg back and bring the right knee down. Remember, you can flip up the side of your mat or have a towel underneath. We want this right knee behind the hip here, okay? Leaving your right hand on the mat, we're going to open to the left and also, so your back toes are tucked, try and raise the right knee. Maybe that worked for you? Okay, bring the hand back down. We're going to step back to downward facing dog and either keep the left leg up, so go straight into three-legged dog here, or come into dog and then raise the left leg, bring the left foot down, inhale and exhale. Now we're going to raise the right leg to hip height, take a big step forward with the right foot, bring the left knee down. So we're in our lunge position, right knee over ankle, left knee behind, toes are tucked here, left hand to the mat. As you open to the right, lift that left knee. And bring your right hand back down, step back to down dog, either right leg up immediately or come into dog and then lift your right leg. Either way is great. Bring your right foot down. And let's, from this down dog, just pedal the feet. Press one heel down and hold. Press the other heel down and hold. Press both heels down and hold, and then bring the feet, the knees actually, to the mat. The feet are already on the mat, I suppose. Bring the hips over to the side and come into seated mountain pose. Flexing the feet, inhale and exhale. So we're moving closer and closer to the new moon, and we want to accept and release. And so earlier in the week we were working on lotus hand position. So let's come into that. So the spine is nice and long, hands are down by your side, palms are up, drawing that beautiful energy up from the earth. As your hands come overhead, the heels of your hands, your pinkies and your thumbs touch. This is the Lotus Mudra, and then as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Palms are touching. All right, so palms are touching at the heart, accepting what is. And then as we open back, we're going to keep the hands where they are. As we open back into Lotus Mudra, we're going to just release anything we don't want to carry into our practice. So your hands are still at your heart, the heels of the hands, pinkies and thumbs are touching. And then bringing the palms back together, accept, opening into lotus, release. Bringing the palms together, accept, open, release. And now bring the palms together. Inhale with your palms touching, arms overhead, and bring your hands down by your side. And give your legs a nice little shake here. Okay, we're going to start warming up hips and stuff. That's a nice little, if you ever want to do just a little meditation, just coming into and out of lotus, thinking about accept and release. You can do it 3 times like we did. You can do it for a few minutes, you know. So it's just a nice little meditation there for you. All right, let's get the hips going. We're going to do a little rock the baby. So your right leg is long, your left leg is long, your left toes face straight up, your left knee is up toward the sky. Take your right foot in your left hand, keeping your torso steady. Rock your leg from side to side. Is everybody okay with this version? Okay, good. We're opening up the right hip here. Inhale and exhale, rock the baby. Still early in the day, early in our practice, so we're going a little gentle here. Now take your right ankle above your left knee and just draw your left foot in until it touches the mat. So it's like a seated pigeon, but it's pretty open. Support yourself with your hands. Flex your right foot and let the leg go side to side, still keeping the torso straight ahead. Yep, a nice little continual hip opener here as well. And then let the right foot come all the way to the left and sit up. If your right hip is lifted off the mat, try and bring it down. And if it doesn't go, then just bring your right foot in front of your shin instead of in front of your thigh. We want to sit up nice and tall. Left hand to the right shin, right arm up and back. And we're twisting, always keeping the spine long for a twist. Inhale, exhale, maybe deepen the twist, and for some people, that left elbow goes outside of the right leg. Other people stay here. You check in with your body and see which one you're doing. All right, and let's slowly release. Take both legs forward and shake it out. Now we've got the right foot flexed, right knee up, facing up toward the sky, left foot in the right hand, left leg in the left hand. Same thing on this side, keeping the torso steady, rocking the baby. And then taking that left ankle above the right knee, so it's placed on the right thigh. Your left foot is flexed, that's very important for knee health. And then bring your right foot in, supporting yourself with your hands. Let that left leg go side to side. Rocking the baby. And the next time your left foot comes over to the right, let it stay there. Checking with this hip, is it lifted or is it grounded? Moving the left foot in front of the shin if that's a better position to keep your hips on the ground. Right hand to the left shin, left arm up and back. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. And once again, you decide if your right elbow is going to be outside the left leg or if it's your right hand to the left shin. All right, and release. Take both legs straight and shake them out. All right, we're going to do some fun little work with the core. Yeah, core is always fun. Okay, bring your feet hip-width distance apart with the knees bent. So we're going to be keeping the upper body stable here and using other parts of the body to increase the workload on the core. So go ahead and just bring your hands to your heart center here, gentle fist work, and then lean back until you feel your core engage. And see if you can lean back a little more until you feel your core being really challenged here. So even just sitting here, challenging the core, right? Let's add the arms. So take your right arm out and in. Now take your left arm out and in, and take both arms out and in, and sit up. Anybody feel your core? Even though we didn't go up and down, right? Just staying steady. And let's try it again. Hands to heart, lean back, core challenge here. This time we're starting on the left. Left arm out and in, right arm out and in, two arms out and in, and sit up. All right, who wants to add a little bit of leg action to this? Yeah, okay, always optional, right? Let's take it back. We're going to start with the right arm, left leg. Left leg comes up, right arm comes out. down. Left arm, right leg, out, down. Give it a try. 2 arms, 2 legs. Just see what happens. Yow! And bring it up. Woo! All right. Yeah, I know, that was fun, right? So if the 2-leg thing doesn't work for you, then just do the 2 arms. Here we go. Everybody good? Let's continue. We're starting on the left this time. Take it back. Left arm, right leg. Boop. And down. Right arm, left leg. And down. 2 arms, 2 legs. And up. Guess what? We're going to do 2 times each side. All right? So just follow me. You got it now. I have either an eyelash or a little bug in my eye. Sorry about that. Take it back. We're going right arm, left leg. 1 and 2. Left arm, right leg. 1 and 2. 2 arms, 2 legs. 1 and 2. Woo! And release. Yay, let's try that on the left. Do you feel yourself getting stronger each time? Yeah, the core is like, I know what you want. All right, hands come to the heart. Take it back. We're starting on the left. Left arm. Yeah, left arm. Left arm, right leg. 1 and 2. Right arm, left leg. 1 and 2. 2 arms, 2 legs. 1, woo, and 2, wah, and release. Woo, shake it out. All right, just move around, rock around. Okay, we'll do obliques in a little while. We're not going to do them from here. Inhale and exhale. Let's come to hands and knees. Tabletop. Remember, you can have your, well, we're all going to be bringing our hands forward. You can do this at a wall too if you don't love being on your hands and knees. Walk your hands way forward and then come into a knee down plank. So the spine is nice and long, right? One long line, knee down plank, down and up. Push up and press the hips back to the heels. Toward the heels anyway. And let's come forward again. 1 or 2 push-ups. 1 or 1, 2. And press back. And do that 2 more times, coming forward. 1 or 2 push-ups. Heels back. And this last time, plank. 1 or 2 push-ups. And take it to child's pose. Bring it all the way back. Come into child's pose. Maybe big toes together. Knees wide apart. Any comfortable resting position here. All right, so we see lots of things going on outside. Let's work our way into down dog, unfolding like a flower. So come on up, nice and gentle. Down dog. Inhale and exhale. And now we're going to take a journey, any journey you want, feet to the hands, whether it's big steps, little steps, hops. Taking your hands to your thighs, hips back for half lift, shine your heart forward, exhaling forward fold, and then float the arms out and up, palms touch. Good, and hands come heart center. And release. All right, we're going to move into sun salutation. And we're going to be doing that lunge with the opening and the knee lift again. So let's come, remember, so your knees will be coming down. So let's come to the top of the mat. Inhale and exhale in mountain pose. Feel your energy, float the arms up, inhale. Straight leg swan dive. Okay, we're just going to let the hands come where they belong. We're not bending the knees to get them to the mat. We're just observing, where do hands go when the legs are straight and the hamstrings are opening up here. All right, now take your half lift. Now we need the hands to the mat, stepping back with the right leg, coming into this lunge here, the transitional lunge. Just let that left hip just kind of wiggle around. And then bring your right knee down. We're in that nice lunge position. Right hand is to the mat. As the left arm opens, we open to the left, raise the right knee. Bring the hand down, stepping back to downward facing dog with the left leg high, or down dog and then lift the left leg. Either way is great. Inhale and exhale. And then find your way up. Let's bring the left foot down. Almost forgot part of this. Here we go. Left foot down. Let's come to plank and chaturanga. Yes. All right, here we go. Shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Heart lifts. Cobra here. Release. And find your way back and up to downward facing dog. There we are. 4 points of contact, 4 points of balance in the downward facing dog. The right leg lifts and the right foot steps forward, followed by the left. Find your way to the top of the mat. Find a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do the same thing, starting with the left leg. Ready? Inhale, float the arms up. Good. Exhale, swan dive. You guys keep going, you know it. Half lift. Hands to the mat. Step back with your left leg. Stay in this lunge for a moment. Let the hips move around, especially that right hip. Bring your left knee down. Now the left hand stays down, and as the right arm comes up, the left knee comes up. Bring your right hand down. We're stepping back to down dog, either straight back and up with the right leg, or down dog and then lift your right leg. Bring your right foot down, come into plank. Nice strong chaturanga here. Knees up or down doesn't matter. What matters is that we can control our chaturanga. The spine stays strong the whole time. All right, good. Inhale and exhale. And let's move into a version of locust. So put your hands on your hips, your upper hips here. Take your elbows toward each other, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine, and just see if you can lift your heart a bit. Oh, and release. Woo. All right, now let's try the locust with the hands at the thighs. Palms are touching the thighs, and shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Lift up, pinkies toward the sky, and release. This time we're going to add legs in the locust. So shoulders toward the ears, down the spine, lift the upper body, lift the legs. Good, and release. All right, hands under the shoulders. We're going back and up to downward facing dog. And from this down dog, take your left leg up and find your way to the top of the mat. Take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up as your palms touch. Hands come heart center. And go ahead and let your mind just travel around your body, looking for how the energy is moving, how your breath is moving. You're in mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. All right. Let's do some oblique work. So we're going to take the legs wide, toes out, and we're going to make sure that as we come into our plie, right, plie, the hips are going straight down, not back, that the knees are going over the toes. That's the first thing we want to make sure of all the time, knees over toes. All right, let's take the hands behind the head, bend the knees out over the toes, inhale. As you exhale, elbows to the right and come up. Now we're extending the arms to the right again. Yes, and come up. Now elbows to the left and come up and extend the arms and come up. All right, we're going to straighten the legs. Now as you bend your knees, elbows to the right and up and long arms and up. Straighten the legs. Bend the knees, elbows left and up. Long arms to the left and up. Okay, now we're going to come to the right and stay there. So knees bent, elbows right. Now stay here. Long arms and in. Kind of reminds you of what we were just doing with our other ones, right? Arms and in. Arms and in. Now extend your arms and lift up. Woo, just a little different there. Okay, so with long arms it might have felt a little more intense, right? Hands behind the head. Knees bend, elbows to the left. Staying here. Open and in. Take it open and in. Take it open and in. Now extend the arms by the ears and then lift up. Woo! Release the hands. Shake everything out. Inhale and exhale. And just heel toe or hop your feet side by side. All right. So while we're in a real energetic portion of our practice here, let's go ahead and add a couple of chairs so that our legs are nice and strong. Feet are hip-width distance apart. Hips back. The toes are light here. Hips tuck under. Arms come up to shoulder height. Just shoulder height here. Now release the hands down to the legs as the legs straighten. And sit back into chair with the arms just shoulder height. So far we're just staying shoulder height. Fold forward, straighten the legs. Back to shoulder height. Fold forward, straighten the legs. Back to shoulder height. Make sure your toes are liberated here, and then just draw your arms up by your ears here. Sit a little deeper. Yeah, and then lift up. Woo! Inhale. And release. And shake it out. All right, so our pose of the month for April has been tree pose. And believe it or not, April's almost over, so let's do some tree, shall we? Hands to the hips, feet hip-width distance. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth for a nice calm mind. Steady gaze, starting on the right. If you want to just fly into tree, go ahead. Otherwise, we're lifting the heel, knee out. Foot either kickstands or lands on the left leg above or below the knee. And hands come to heart center. And then release. Same thing now, tree on the left. So either take it in stages with me here or go into it. Left heel up, left knee out, left foot kickstands or is on the right leg above or below the knee. And hands to heart center. Inhale and exhale. And we release. All right, so that don't you love it when something like that happens? I don't know where it's happening, but the you're trying to balance, and something, right, some kind of noise starts to happen, and that is great. That's extra balance practice, just to see if you can remain where you are and with what your intention is. Let's go back into tree, okay, on the right. So you know how to get there. And then maybe you bring your limbs up toward the sky. Maybe it's a breezy day where you are and you sway a little bit. What do you want to do with your tree today? Yeah, and then bring your hands back to heart center and release. Bring it down, and we'll go on the left. So find your tree. You know how to get there. Decide if your limbs are growing right now. Think about if it's breezy near you. And then when you're done, come back to equal standing, 2 feet to the mat. And just feel that balance, feel your energy. All right, we're going to come back to the top of the mat. Inhale and exhale. So we're going to just examine the body from head to toe, right? And see, like before you head for the earth, is there anything that needs to move? How's your energy feeling right now? Do you want to get a towel, a blanket, an eye pillow for when you're down on the earth? And then just allow your breath to flow smoothly through. Let's see what happens now as we exhale everything deep, right? We're exhaling from the feet, from the fingertips. Exhale everything, and then nice deep inhale. Flood the body with fresh oxygen, fresh energy. Those energy channels nice and open. Now inhale, float the arms up. Exhaling with straight legs. Don't worry about how far down the hands go. Just keep your legs straight, hips over the ankles, and see how your forward fold is now. Just observe, how do the hamstrings feel? Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands to your thighs, hips back. Shine your heart forward for a half lift. Bring your hands down and step back to downward facing dog. If you've had it with dog now, feel free to bring your knees down. If you're in dog, bring your big toes together, knees side by side, and take your knees to one side, hips to the other. If you decided to go with a table right now, just let your hips rock side to side. It's always your choice, your practice. Come back to center, knees to the mat, finding your way back to a seated mountain pose. Equal seating here. Inhale and exhale. All right. So we did a bunch of twisting earlier in our practice, and we're going to do a little purification forward fold. And between the twisting and this forward folding that we're about to do, I encourage you to drink a lot of water today, flush things out. So to get into that forward fold, we're going to have the feet hip-width distance apart, and then draw the spine down to the mat, take the legs in. We're holding on to the hamstrings here. And all we're going to do is rock up and down the spine, and then when we get enough momentum, come into a gentle forward fold. So let's go. Rock, rock, rock. And when you feel like you have enough momentum, come into a gentle forward fold. Yeah. And then rock back and do it again. So most of the time, we're not looking for momentum. This is one rare instance where we are. Take it when you're ready into a soft forward fold. And then one final time. The next time you come into your soft forward fold, just stay there. when you get here, just observe. Make sure nothing is grasping, right? We're not trying to get the hands to the feet or anything else. We're just in a nice, soft forward fold, spending a moment with ourselves. And now we gently rock back. Knees bent, feet to the mat. Resting the spine on the mat now. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to take a nice long breath, arms overhead, legs long. And then as you exhale, draw your knees in, coming into happy baby for the hips here. So flex your feet. You can hold on to the insides or outsides of your feet or your hamstrings. Happy baby. And then rocking side to side if that feels good to you. Continuing to get a nice stretch in the hips. Come back to center. Release whatever you're holding on to, but keep your feet up. Hands down by your side. We're going to point and flex both feet. Working the ankles now. And circle the ankles one direction. Yes, and the other. And then bring the feet down to the mat. Go ahead and take your legs to touch. Take your arms out to a T. Inhale, and as you exhale, gently bring the knees to the right and the gaze to the left. Come up through center, knees left, gaze right. And we're just gently moving side to side like that. We're releasing the spine here. So we started knees right, gaze left. So the next time your knees go left and your gaze goes right, you'll be even. Come back up to center. Take your feet hip-width distance apart, keeping the knees bent, leaving your arms out to a T. We're going to do our hand work from here with long arms. So make a fist and wiggle and extend the fingers. And as you do that, notice that the energy goes all the way up your arm into your shoulders. Wiggle those fingers and then rotate the wrists one direction and the other. All right, bring your hands down by your side and give your body a nice scan. Make sure that anything that needs to wiggle is wiggled and anything that needs to reposition is repositioned as you work your way into a very comfortable final relaxation position. The most important thing we do in our entire practice, final relaxation, it allows the body to connect all of the work you did and absorb all the benefits of that as you just release onto the earth with our next two breaths. Inhale through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth. And one more time, inhale through the nose and slowly and gently exhale through the mouth. Allow the earth to do all the work now as you move into final relaxation. slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your next inhale, take a nice long stretch. Exhaling, draw in. Find your way over to a side. And gently up to a nice easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit. Thank and honor yourself for your practice. And we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right, guys.